Welcome to my sewing corner. Today I'll be showing you how to clone your own clothes, and so I'll be drafting short pants. I will draft the front and the back pieces. So starting with my front piece, I'll take my pants. I'm using pajama pants for this because they are non-stretchy, and so I would advise that you use the same use non-stretch item when doing this, because it will give you a true reflection of your size. Alright, let's start. Fold your pants in half so that you're only looking at half of the front part, and carefully place it down on your trestle paper or whatever that you're drafting on. You can straighten those seams before you start tracing out the outlines. Okay, just a quick one. Please note that your top and your bottom edge are very straight, and so please ignore that skew line I drew on the next clip. This one, that top one, please ignore it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I don't know why I used the A4 sheet paper, because now I don't have a room for doing my seam allowance, so that is the only reason why I'm cutting out the pattern. But if you have room, or if you're using a bigger draft paper, you don't have to cut it out. You can keep it so you can draw your seam allowance on it. Moving right along, for the back piece, you will basically do the same thing you did for the front. However, there's a slight difference on the waistline. So if you can see that there's a small, the back piece is slightly longer than the front there by the waistline. So I had to add a little bit of paper there just to accommodate that waistline. So you will take your front piece, crotch, and mark it on the back piece, just to ensure that the inseam from the crotch is at the same level. So you just mark there and then just do a straight line. Then you can continue with tracing the back piece. I will say this again. Please note that the waistline on the back is slightly higher than the front. So the center back will be higher and your waistline will therefore slant to the sides. There you have your back and front pieces. Next step now is to add seam allowance. Comes to the seam allowance, honestly, you can use your own discretion. You can either use a 1 centimeter or 1.5. My case, I'm using a 1 centimeter, and for the waist part, because I am going to be using a 2.5 diameter elastic, I have a 3 centimeter allowance on the waistline. Again, like we did with the back piece earlier, instead of placing it like this, I will flip it over just to ensure that the inseam length is maintained. So continue tracing that out and add your seam allowance. Remember to keep your seam allowance constant for the entire project. If you're using a 1 centimeter allowance, keep it like that. If you're using 1.5, also it's still perfectly fine, but just keep it at 1.5 for the entire project. And that's basically just it, guys. You have your back and your front and you're ready for sewing. Maybe if you want to add a little bit of spice to your pattern, you can add some nice side pockets. You may do so. I'll probably add a link on this video, or you can just browse through my channel to see that video on how to add pockets on your pants. Okay, so yeah guys, I am done. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, or share this video. I'll see you guys on my next video of where I'll be sewing the pants using the exact same pattern. I hope you'll have your pattern and then you'll be ready to do the pants with me on my next video. All right, bye for now guys.